Hey, Shalom family at this time. This is Ya'ab, Yasequa, Caleb, Israel, Yah, coming to you in the name of Yah at this time, brothers and sisters, in this hour. And I'd like to say Shalom to the nation of Yah and Yezreel, Yah at this time, brothers and sisters. I'm here to present to you the true words of Yah. The best I can give it to you at this time with the translations, brothers and sisters. I'm doing this video to show you some very important information from the book of Malachi, where they translated his name. And so we're going to look into his name first. It's very important, brothers and sisters, before I get into the heart of my message. But to establish this message, I must bring and talk about this prophet named Malachi, that is the messenger of Yah. It's very important that I do this way, brothers and sisters, at this time. And when I was writing these quotes on Facebook, I don't do these things to show my brother up, brother and sister, but to show you the words of Yah. So I pray to Yah and ask all of Yah to open your eyes and your mind and see. Only if you humble, you can see the true words of Yah, brothers and sisters. If you humble to Yah, He will show you these things in this video, brothers, that is very important, brothers and sisters, at this time. And you can see plainly what the enemy have done unto you. Because my attack wasn't against the brothers. It was more so against the enemy of Yah that did these things unto us, our nation, that lied. Because one thing I truly learned, brothers and sisters, just like Abiyah said, only the truth going to come through Yah and the servant whom He have chosen, the Hebrew Israel Yahite. No other body, no other nation will bring forth this truth like Abiyah, anointed ones, His chosen ones to do these things, brothers and sisters. He never changed that, even though He sent our nation into punishment, into captivity, and soon to restore us back and clean us up and remove our sins from us, brothers and sisters. So I'm here to show you some information and show you how the enemy that came up with the New Testament, how they lied to you, brothers and sisters. I'm going to show you some things that you never understood before. And you begin to understand what they've done, brothers and sisters. But first, let's get into the name of this prophet. And we're looking at the book of the prophets. And so right here, they give you some information. And they give you a description, a small summary about the prophet book Malachi. And so right now they're concentrating on the name. So it's very important in the name because the guy is listed as Malachi. If you just look at it like that, the English translation of the prophet, the Hebrew prophet, you will never see the name of Yah in it, just with that particular, where they have it spelled. Like I showed you in Isaiah, brothers and sisters, how Abiyah revealed to Yahshua, when they call Isaiah, the prophet, that the people of Yah have symbolic names that reveal the plans of Yah of the heavenly army. So we're going to take a look in tonight, you're going to find out the true name of this prophet of Israel, Yah. You can find out his true name, brothers and sisters, about this messenger of Yah, this prophet of Yah. So we're going to take a closer look right here. Let's say the meaning of the name of Malachi, That's how they got it. Malachi. It say, my messenger. That's how they have it. Is probably a shortened form of, see, Malachiah, but they left out the H. See, they didn't fully reveal to you the name of the Creator, but it's Malachiah. Malachiah. That's how you pronounce it. Malachiah is the true Hebrew pronunciation in the name of this one prophet. See, it's right here. And they say it means the messenger of Yah. But they got Yahweh, but I crossed out because it's not Yahweh, it's Yah. See, they went on to exaggerate right, like they got right here. Malachiah. Brothers and sisters, the messenger of Yah, right there. It is appropriate to the book which speaks of the, I'm reading this from a monitor, that's why I'm reading slow, of the coming of the messenger of the covenant. You get that, brothers and sisters? Let me read a little bit more. To say the messenger is mentioned 3 times in 2:7. We're going to go there, brothers and sisters. There's some very detailed information about the messenger. We're going to go there. Last. In 3:1, the Septuagint words, I don't want to get into the Septuagint wording, what it came up with. Malachi. See, Malachias. See, that's how the Septuagint, I'll just show you real quick. Let me get to it. Let me find it real quick. The Septuagint used the title, see, Malachiah. See how they did it? Malachi, you can see it. I'm losing my lighting. And even though it is also translated it by the hands of his messenger, the Latin title is Malachi. So Malachi, as they got the title, is Latin. Then I'll show you the Greek. But the Hebrew, if they would have had the Hebrew, you would easily know that the creator name was Yah, the messenger of Yah. And see, it's obvious the name of the creator is Yah, brother and sister. I show you countless evidence. I'm not going to make this into the message about Yah, but I got to say everything because all the Father messages that the Most High, the Barah, the creator, message came because of him to the men he chose. Yes, the ox he chose back then, brothers and sisters, a lot of the messengers had the name of Yah, like Malachiah. So keep that in mind. I had established that so we can get into this message, brothers and sisters. So I had to turn it to the New Testament that you're gonna see more today that the Christians made up. It have nothing to do with Yah. And you'll see the Messiah they made up, the one they call Christ Jesus, they made up. So I got to go and show you stuff about 2 fictional characters. One named John the Baptist and one named Jesus the Christ. These characters is non-existent in reality, but things they made up. But we're going to review this anyway because it's that important for you to see and understand. Whatever name you want to put there with these people. You can choose Hebrew names, but the story is still made up, and you can see right here before I come back to the prophets. But even in the King James Version, it's totally contradicts each other. So I'm going to start us off and show you the words of they have of the character named Jesus the Christ. In 1 John chapter 1, let me get there. Give me a moment. You can read it so you can see this at this time, brothers and sisters. It's very important. In chapter 1, verse 19, I'm going to start off with, and it reads, no, excuse me. I'm going to start off in the book of Matthew. Forgive me. I had something covering. I'm going to start off with the words of the New Testament in Matthew chapter 17, verse 10. I got to start off with at this time. Give me a moment. Let me get there. At this time, that is very important that I bring this forth to you. I hope my brother don't cut me short, brothers and sisters. I'm going to try to get all of this in this video to show you at this time. I'm here to help you, but never to hurt you. And this to the fan, because the message must be given to the Hebrew people first. So it's right here, brothers and sisters. And it reads, it said on chapter 17, verse 10 reads, it said, and the disciple asked him, it's right here, let me see, can I get it on there real quick? And his disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? And they give you where they got this quote from. They refer to where this quote was spoken in Malachi 4:5. We're going to go there, brothers and sisters, at the very end. So we got that, and so now from there, we're going to go to 11, go back to 11, and Matthew, 11 chapter, of Matthew's, chapter 10, 11 chapter, and verse 10 to 15 at this time. So 11 and 10 reads, in verse 10 say, for this is he, let me get it on there, so you can read it, you can see it together with me. For this is he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messenger before your face, which shall prepare your way before you. You get that, brothers and sisters? So they keep reading. Verse 11. It says, verily I say unto you, among them that are born of a woman, there have not risen a greater than John the Baptist, and not withstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. It said, and from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violence that take it by force. So remember these words, brothers and sisters. He said it hasn't been one risen greater than John the Baptist, but Moshe saw Barabbas face to face, was dead, and saw his backside, and got no count of John saying anything. So let's keep reading. Verse 13. It said, for all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. See, and if you will receive it, this is Elijah's. You get that? Which was for to come. And they show you right there what they're talking about, the prophet they're talking about. We're going to go there. Let me keep reading. And he that have ears to hear, let him hear. For those who have ears to hear, I want you to hear these things, brothers and sisters. So that is Jesus, the Christ words. So he said, if you can believe this, if you can receive this, this is the Elijah, which was to come. He said, he that have ear to hear, let him hear this. See, that's what they got right there. So keep that in mind. It's very important. This is marked and signed and sealed in a book. We got to check all things, brothers and sisters, to get this knowledge. So that's what he's saying, who John is. Now let's go to John. They say this John is John the Revelator. So we can go to John chapter 1, brothers and sisters. I pray that I can get all this in without my phone cutting off. If not, it'll be part 2. But I'm going to try my best to get it all in the video. I hope I have enough time. So right here, we're dealing with John chapter 1 and verse 19. I'm going to start off with, and it reads. And this is the record of John. See, now they tell you this is the record, the count, when the Jews, I'm going to read it like they got it, the Jews, because it's all a made-up story, the Jews sent priests and the Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, who are you? See that? So they said in this message, they sent the priests and the Levites from Jerusalem, the capital city, to ask him, who are you? That was a question. And he confessed. See, now they say he confessed, he admitted it. And denied not. See, he did not deny, did not reject, but confessed, I am not the Christ. You got that? And they asked him, what then? Are you Elijah? And he saith, I am not Elijah. Remember, he said he was not. You will hear people insinuate all kinds of lies to try to justify this and try to say this was, he was talking symbolically speaking or some other kind of out of the way speaking. But this was his statement. See, this is where they jammed themselves at. See, they were putting in so many lies, they crossed their own selves. So you see a lie right here. You just see Christ Jesus lied. So he's not perfect man without sin, that never sinned. And they translate, they said, Jesus said in Matthew chapter 11, that the one you see, he said, if you could receive this, is Elijah. And that's when people say, no, see, he didn't mean it literally. No, that's the way they put it. He said, if you can receive it, accept what the answer he gave you, that is Elijah. I'm going to say it right there, Elias. If you don't see when I get there, they even got the name wrong. They got the wrong prophet. But nevertheless, you can see it all right here for your print. Let me read right here. It said, these are the words of now their mercer, John the Baptist, they like to call him. And if you go to the prophet books, nowhere in the prophets or the laws, all the books are the prophets, because Moshe was a prophet. So all the books of the prophets, you never saw anything about baptism. But now they got one is a Baptist. So let's get it. He said, it's right here. Let me go find my place. And he confessed and denied not that he is not the Christ. And they asked him, what then? You, Elias? And he saith, I am not. Art thou that prophet? And he answered, no. You see that, brothers and sisters? Let me read it. But then he said, they unto them. And then said they unto him, who art you? That we may give an answer to them that sent us. What saying you are yourself? And he said, I am the voice of the ones crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of Yah. You see that? As saith the prophet Elias. See, right there, you see if you didn't know anything about the translator, listen, anytime you see the 4 capital letters, that was referred to Yah, not no Messiah, but the Creator, Yah. They use that because they substituted the name of the Creator. Even though it's all made up story, even in the made up story, he knew this message, the one crying in the wilderness, is the one that can receive the Creator. That the one crying in the wilderness, all they did a video on that, is the Hebrew people. And I'll do that again in another video, but I might bring it out in this video. But now we're going to go into the prophets. We covered all of that, brothers and sisters. Not only Messiah lied and saying he was Elias is the prophet, then he admitted that he not, then he just lied and said he is the one crying in the wilderness, prepare the way of Yah. So let's go read the true prophecy, brothers and sisters. I even show you in the notes where they got this information from, and then they exaggerated it with characters. So we got both of them lying. But those who don't never seen this don't know that yet. Unless you can understand the part. You see the Messiah just lied. Now you got to see the one they said is the Baptist, the one crying in the wilderness, he lied for making that statement. So we got 2 liars, and I ain't even get to the prophets, where the truth comes from. And that's all the Christians done. They took some prophecies from the Hebrew text, from the prophets, and inserted and made up a whole story. And that's why it's so hard for people to understand this, because they see some truth in it, but there's a whole fabricated lies of characters like they made their movies. Yes, they still at doing these things, brothers and sisters. I pray, I hope this video won't cut off, but if it do, I'm gonna do it. I thought I had enough time to complete this video, but I'm gonna keep going. If it cut off, it's gonna just be part 2, brothers and sisters. This is so important. I would love to get all of this in this one video. So right now, I'm going to Let me find my place. I'm going to Malachi chapter 2, where they say Malachi, but now you know it's Malachi. Malachi chapter 2 at this time, brothers and sisters. The messenger of Yah. That's very important. Give me a moment. Let me get there. I'll keep turning past the page. So I'm going to chapter 2 to show you some very important things and how they took the characteristics of the Levites and placed it on their Christ. And you're going to see this right here, brothers and sisters. So let's get into it. Chapter 2 and verse 1 I'm going to start off with. This is where the understanding comes in about the name of this prophet. So say the burden, let's see, can I get there? Let's say the burden of the word of Yah to Israel by Malachi. He said, I have loved you, saith Yah. See how all the words are capitalized, refer to the Creator? Yet you say, wherein has you loved us? Was it not Esau, Jacob's brother, saith Yah, yet I love Jacob, and I hate Esau. These are the words of Yah, brothers and sisters. For Esau's sin. He said, and laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. He said, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolated place. Thus saith Yah of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the borders of the wickedness. You see that? And the people against whom Yah have indignation forever. You see that? I also have indignation with these people forever. Take that to heart, Hebrew people. It said, and your eyes shall see, and you shall say, Yah will be magnified from the borders of Israel. Yah, you see that? So they keep reading, brothers and sisters. It's very important. Now, this problem here going to the priest. It's very important information because it said the priest despise the name of Yah. So keep that in mind. Because they start turning to sin. Let's go to it and say, and is it a son honor his father and a servant. And his matters. He said, if then I be a father who is an Abba, where is my honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith Yah of hosts. He said, unto you, O priests, that despise my name. See, it said the priest that despise the name, and you say, where have we despised your name? You get that? He said, you offer polluted bread upon might alter, and you say, wherein have we polluted there, polluted you? And that you say that the table of Yah is, okay, I lost my place. So it's saying the table of Yah is contaminated. Excuse me, the table of Yah is contemptible. Then when the son said, and if you offer the blind for the offerings, I don't use that word sacrifice. The real word is actually in the Hebrew, you use it translated as offerings. Is it not evil? And if you offer, see, the lame and the sick, is it not evil? That was the question. Is to offer it now unto your governor. And so he said, offer that to your governor. And said, will he be pleased with with you? Of course not. You should know that. Or accept your person, saith Yah of hosts. And now I pray you, beseech Barah, which is the Creator, that he will be merciful. They got gracious, but actually merciful unto us. That this have been by your means, that will he regard your persons, saith Yah of hosts. So keep that in mind, brothers. So it's very important. I wanted to establish that point first because I'm about to go down to 3, showing you the priest did evil things against Yah, and Yah was offering them a way of repentance if they would obey him. So let's go down to chapter 3. Now Yah in chapter 3 of Malachi, the messenger of Yah, he put the curse on them. Because they one time, you can see, let's get into it. And now, O you priests, this commandment is for you. See, now it's a commandment going for the priests right here. Let's get into it. That's one. I just want to know, he said this commandment is for the priests. I will let her read all of this, but for the sake of time, I'm going to drop down. I almost left off some, I didn't put my information there. So that's 3:1. This is very important right here, but let me go and read the whole thing. It said, if you, let me go to 2, chapter 2, it says, if you will not hear, and if you will not lay it too hard to give honor, to give your honor unto my name. See? Saith Yah of hosts, I will even send a curse. See? I will send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. You see that? Yes, I have cursed them already because you do not lay it too hot. See, y'all deal with our hearts, brother. Our minds are hot. It said, behold, I will corrupt your seed and spread dung upon your faces, even the dung of your soul your solemn feast. You see that? You see the feast? How Yah stopped the feast? He said of the solemn feast, because the feast was always led by the priest. See, and one shall take you away. Says that one shall take you away with it. It said, and you shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi. See, saith Yah of hosts. We're going to some important details right here, brothers. Listen. He said, my covenant was with him. See, the covenant was with Levi. It's very important because right in here, you can see the characteristics that Yah had with the Levites' characteristics and how they was with Yah at one time before the sin kicked in. He said, and be with Levi, saith Yah of hosts. He said, look, that my covenant, let me go back up and read right here again, so you can get this. 4, and said, you should know that I have sent this, he's talking about the curse, the commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith Yah of hosts. And my covenant was with him. See, he said his covenant was with Levi, with him of life. He said that my covenant was with him of life and peace. And I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he fed me and was afraid before my name. Let me read 6. It said, the law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips. You see that? He walked with me in peace and in equity, and did turn many away from iniquity, which is sins. You see that? Talking about the Levites. At one time, the Levites walked in the great standard with Yah. See? Can we go back down here? It said the laws of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips. That's where they got the concept to bring this one saying this Jesus, the Christ, was without sin. See, they got all of this from the text, from the prophets. So at one time, y'all looked at the Levites this way. They walked right before Yah. It said, and iniquity was not found in his lips. He walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from sins. You see, that's why they put that same thing, and they said, and they put in the text that the Messiah turned many from sins. See, they robbed the real text and made up a character. So let's keep going. Let me get my place. 7. It said, for the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth. Let me keep going. It said, for he is the messenger of Yah. See, the priest is the messengers of Yah. You get that? Of hosts, when it was in the right standing with Yah. So keep that in mind. Take that to heart, to mind, brothers and sisters. See, for the priest is the Malach Yah. If we say the Hebrew word, we say the priest is Malach Yah of hosts. See, for he said, for he is the messenger of Yah. See, he is the Malach Yah the messenger of Yah. See, if you use Malak as a phrase, it could be a person's name and it could be as a phrase. See, Malakiah, which is he is the Malakiah. See, the priest is the messenger of Yah. So we've taught in Hebrew, which it says the priest is the Malakiah, and we understand it's the messenger of Yah. So keep that in mind. Verse 8. So that's some very important information about the priest, the Levite. It said, but you are departed out of the way. He said, you have caused many to stumble at the law. Yes, have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith Yah of hosts. He said, therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all of the people. And according as you have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. You see, and it caused us to come on the people of Yah. So that's very important, brother and sister. So let me continue over here. And it said right here in verse 3 of Malachi and verse 1 reads. I'm trying to get it all. I only got a little bit more to go. And it reads. Let me get my place. It said, behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And see, before me, he's going to send a message before him, before Yah. They try to slaughter it then like it's in the master, but it's actually before Yah, whom you see, and shall suddenly come to his temple, see, to his temple, even the messenger of, let me find my place, of the covenant. See, it's even the messenger of the covenant, whom you delight in. You see, behold, he shall come, saith Yah of hosts, okay, let me find my place. Shall come, saith Yah of hosts. So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. So he gonna come, he gonna send his message, saith Yah of hosts. So keep that in mind. And I'm gonna go over to chapter 4 of Malachi in verse 4 to 6. Right here. The continuation. Chapter 4, verse 4 and 6 reads. It says, so it said the prophecy of the coming of Elijah. See, here the creator name again is Eliah. See, remember out of the quotes out of both of the occurrences in the New Testament, they got Elisha. See, don't even have the correct name of the prophet, but it's the coming of Eliah. So let me read it. It says, remember you the law of Moshe, my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb. For all Israel, Yah, with that statute and judgment. He said, behold, I will send you Eliah, but they got Jah, supposed to be short for Jehovah, but it's actually Eliah, with a Y-L, I, and Yah, Eliah, the strength of Yah. He said, I will send you Eliah, which means the strength of Yah, the prophet. Remember, he said he wasn't even the prophet. He said the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yah. You get that, brothers and sisters? Let me read a little bit more. You should get it now. He said, and he shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. See, this didn't even come to pass. Even that one, even he said out his mouth, he not Elisha, and the prophet was about the prophet Eliah gonna come, not Elisha, like they got Elisha, but it's Eliah, the prophet. See, they totally screwed up, brothers and sisters. Because when Eliah, the prophet, come, he gonna turn the house of the fathers to the children and children to the fathers. That didn't even occur, because in their story, he died, and the people bucked up and were fighting against supposed to be their Messiah of that earth. He died, he came back, went away, and these people, brothers and sisters, in all kinds of ways, according to their writings. But when you look at yourself, the Hebrew people, to show you the fact that the hearts did not turn to their fathers and the sons to the father, because we all got put out of the land. You see, brothers and sisters, the last prophet supposed to come is Eliah before the day of Yah come. That prophet, we still waiting on that one to come. See, showing right there, brothers and sisters, the whole New Testament is fabricated. All made up. I showed you. And sometimes it's not an easy thing to show people because people be so stubborn. I mean, it's easy, but people so stubborn, they don't want to, and they have a block on their mind. They don't want to, they refuse to see the truth. But it's dead, brothers. So I hope you are carefully paying attention to this video, write down these notes and these scriptures, to look at these things for yourself, brothers and sisters. See, they take the truth from the prophets, and then they go over there and build characters around it. They do it in Hollywood all the time. Remember, the Jews are the best to do it. They're the best to make the movies in Hollywood. That's why they're the ones that make the movies about all the scriptures and fabricate the scripture. With false characters, they paint everything white. Brothers and sisters, they painted a New Testament. They got Jesus Christ saying one thing. They got John the Baptist supposed to be the messenger. They've got the wrong prophet name, and he lying. See, the events don't even match up, because before the Father come, the last prophet that is spoken before Yah come. See, they made it like they put it like this: the last prophet came, and they say he's the greatest, and they got him coming, and then who gonna precede him is the Messiah. But the real prophet tell you, Eliah gonna come, and he gonna precede the creator Yah, because he is the one that can turn the hearts of the father to their sons, and the sons to their father. Is he here now? I don't know. Am he? I don't know. But one thing you're going to know for sure, the prophet Eliah, he got the spirit of Yah, the one that was taken up, that never died. You see that, brother and sister, going to turn the hearts of the fathers to the sons, and the sons to the fathers. See, they don't never quote the whole scripture. Even the people that read these things and they still trusting in the New Testament, they only know this whole story, the whole truth of the story. about this prophet. Every time you go to the prophet, they always say something different than what they say in the New Testament. It's all false. Because the whole book, from Genesis, to Malachi, is the books of the prophets. Because remember, Moshe was a prophet. So all the books was inspired by the prophets. And that's all we will ever have, brothers and sisters. There's no such thing of an Old Testament. It was the inspired word that he gave to all the prophets from A to Z. Brothers and sisters. It never was no such thing of a revelation, no revealing after the prophet. Everything got closed up from the prophets. To the time Abiyah was going to reveal it, and he revealed it now to the Hebrew people. So told you the message always come from the Hebrew people. There was never no teaching that went out to some church in Corinthians and Galatians and Philip and to them, because no, Abiyah didn't give them the power to teach us. He only gave the power to the Hebrew Israelites to teach the world. That's why we're the only one Abiyah given the last day to at this time. Other people try to expose all the lies. Brothers and sisters, we only got to listen to the words of Yah. We only gonna get our message to the nation of Yah and Israel Yah, the Hebrew people, brothers and sisters. That's why I tell people, every time you look to the outside source for knowledge concerning the scriptures, you always gonna buck up against the Creator himself. You're always not gonna understand the prophets. Because all we have is the prophets, brothers and sisters, that tell you the truth. I only had to go into that book, what they call the New Testament, to show you their lies. That's why I go there. Other than that, I don't have to go there. Because there's no salvation there. Once you understand these things, once you see these things, I exposed it. And I show you that the lie they showed you of the Messiah, whatever name you want to give them, lied. I show you that John the Baptist lied. Because there's never been a prophet greater than Moshe. He the only one Abiyah came so close to as a prophet on earth that we know of, brothers and sisters, is Moshe. He the one he gave Moshe the laws. Think about that, brothers and sisters. That we will go back and follow once again. That's why we got to get the covenant renewed to us, brothers and sisters. It's there, brothers and sisters. It's so plain and simple when you read the prophet. But when you read this, you're always going to be fighting and twisting. You're going to be arguing with people left and right with the scripture, and it's just a game. The enemy knows that they do these things. It's wasting a lot of time. I'm here and I prolong it this long because I love you so much. Abiyah give me this desire. He put it in me with a lot of other brothers. Believe me, I didn't get this on my own. Abiyah had people to help me, to point certain things out to me. And then once I got it pointed out to me, I could run with it. Because I already knew some scripture. Then once I got in line, and I saw this for myself,